朋友们好，现在有越来越多的美国人在 TikTok 上揭露美国普通人的真实生活，这时我们才会发现，在美国光鲜的外表下，普通人的生活是如此的悲惨。咱们来看下面的影片。
Just came across a video saying that banks are at an all-time high. Like their expectations have blown through the roof of what their profit margins were going to be. You want to know why? They are thriving because America is starving to live. At least 95% of Americans right now are literally surviving off credit cards, off loans in general. And banks are eating that shit up over the high interest rates. We're fighting for our lives over here. You want to know what the American dream is like? Let me tell you. Every day I wake up hoping today is the last day on earth. I'm tired of it here. The American household on average is $80,000 in debt. And that's just credit cards and like auto loans. Maybe even some student loans thrown in there. But that's not even including your mortgage. That's just credit card debt. And right now, banks are eating that interest rate up while we're all surviving. You mean to tell me that the average American goes to their mind-sucking job, works 8 to 12 hours to have everything deducted, have nothing left to live on, and we're forced to put food on the table by using credit cards? Okay. Picture this, right? You go to college. You get yourself in hundreds of thousands of student loan debt. You are one of the 5% of college graduates to get your job in the field you got your degree in, right? You get everything garnished from your wages because the increase on living and everything around you has gone up, but your pay has stayed the same. But then you also get taxes taken out. We get taxed just to breathe, people. We get taxed on owning shit. We get taxed on working. We get taxed on just living, okay? Then you got health insurance. That's a joke and a whole video within itself. But basically, the average American pays anywhere between $300 and $1,000 a month for health insurance. Basically, you're paying just to say, I have health insurance. But then when you go to use health insurance, you have co-pays and deductibles, and they don't cover nothing until you've met your deductible. What do you mean? Why am I paying you $1,000 a month to have health insurance when I'm still paying more just to use it? I digress. Then you have everything like retirement, 401 taken out. Okay, great. You're going to work 30 to 40 years of your prime so that when you get to retirement age, we're going to give you monthly stipends back just so you can afford to live without a job. Meanwhile, like 80% of senior citizens that are retired now are working at Lowe's at the age of 87 because they can't survive just on their retirement. That's just a prime example. We're all struggling to keep our heads above water because we don't earn enough money after everything gets taken out. We are now forced to pay super high interest rates on everything we own. Even stuff that's paid off, we're still paying interest on. How does that make any sense? But you're sitting there, the American family, the average American family is no longer middle class. You're either poor or rich. The rich is making money off the poor because the poor can't afford to have two jobs, full-time jobs, and still be able to take care of their families and have enough money at the end of the day to put food on the table. Hence why we are forced to live on credit card debt. And y'all are just going to keep jacking up the prices that we're never going to be able to afford to pay off. Because unfortunately, Dave Ramsey, the average American person has nothing left after their paychecks come in and they pay their bills and they buy groceries. They have nothing left to save. So you're sitting there with $20 to your name for 2 weeks until the next penny. And that's if you're lucky. There's some people that are in the red right now. They are working their asses off and they can't even pay all their bills on time. And they're trying to decide, do you want to keep the light on this month or the water? No, living is just a luxury. I can't afford to put braces on my kids right now. That's a luxury. Going out to eat, that's a luxury.
下面这位美国男士说，美国已经没有未来了。他的这段短影片让无数的美国人产生了共鸣。
What's up, America? I'm going to be real with you here because I see no future for people in America. After seeing the high cost of homes nationwide, the high cost of gas, the high cost of food, the high cost of rent, cars, rental cars, used cars, insurance, healthcare, taxes, and every other thing, how is anybody in this country supposed to prosper that's not already wealthy? Could someone tell me that? The pulling yourself up by your bootstraps argument is and over. It doesn't work now. You have average home prices of $512,000. Grocery prices are almost 100% more since 4 years ago. Same with rent, same with mortgages, same with used cars, same with new cars. Taxes are slightly lower, and I do mean slightly. Wages are slightly up, but no way in hell will that meet the requirements. I just saw a story about a nurse with a $75,000 salary a year and an 808 credit score denied for getting a home. Zero student loan debt too. So debtless, making 75 grand a year with an over 800 credit score, not good enough for a house. So what are we doing here? What's the end goal? Starvation? Death? What's going on here? No matter what you do, no matter how you spend the finances, the middle class and the poor have no upward mobility. There is no hope now. None. No hope. None. Zero. The next 2 or 3 generations are because you allowed so much greed. Younger generations will never have shit because of your greed. I've already broken my back trying to make ends meet working for the last 30 years. I already know I'm not going to get anything from the rich. I don't give a but the younger generations, if you keep stealing and being greedy, they're going to all be homeless. And then what do you have? Ruling over a bunch of homeless people? You.
说实话，现在美国老百姓的日子是真的不好过。过去几年，美国的物价飞涨，工资的涨幅却非常的小。很多人每月发工资的时候，看着银行账户里的那点流水，却发现超市里的东西又变贵了，房租又上调了。医疗账单也是跟着水涨船高，经济数据看起来挺光鲜，美国 GDP 全球第一，但是这些数字对普通人来说就是纸上谈兵。美国老百姓感受到的是实打实的压力，买菜买肉都是精打细算了。先说说美国的通胀情况吧，从疫情开始到现在，物价整体上涨了 20%， 这就意味着原来100美元能买到的东西，现在要花到120美元。低收入群体感受到的通胀更高，因为他们花在食物、汽油和房租上的比例更大，这些东西也是涨得最狠的。举个例子，汽油每加仑超过了4美元，牛肉价格比去年高了 20%。很多人平时爱吃汉堡、牛排，现在想买都是省着点了。工资的上涨跟不上物价的上涨，这可不是空话。根据银行的利率报告显示，从2021年初到现在，物价上涨了 20%， 工资却只上涨了 17.4%。很多的年轻人毕业找工作的时候发现，工资的涨幅只有 2.5% 左右，连通胀都跑不赢，但生活成本还在持续的爬坡。零售和餐饮行业的工人他们的工资本来能够勉强度日，但是现在通胀一冲，觉得喘不过气了。根据调查显示，27%的美国人说日常开销都已经负担不起了。美国的就业市场表面上热火朝天，失业率很低，但是很多人都得打2份工才能维持生活。大学生毕业白天在办公室敲键盘，晚上开网约车或者是端盘子，教育不再是通往富裕的保证了。以前以为读完书就能到中产了，现在发现一份工作都不够付房租和食物的。市区的停车费1小时5美元，油价也是非常的高，大家都挤在地铁里面，抓着扶手想着怎么省钱。街头的无家可归者也是越来越多，这景象让大家心里非常的不安，安全问题也非常多，出去散个步都得挑地方，还要避开某些区域。美国底层群体的生活没有戏剧化的冲突，更多是一复一日的挣扎。他们在温饱线上徘徊，在疾病面前无助，看着下一代可能要重蹈自己的覆辙。这些真实的生活片段不是为了制造焦虑，只是想呈现一个更加完整的美国，既有繁荣的表象，但是更多的是被遗忘的角落。而在那些角落里无声挣扎的人，同样是美国这个国家的一部分。好，今天的视频就到这里，咱们明天再见。